Welcome. You're listening to the I'm Wired to Inspire podcast, creatively engineered by Nicole, the inspiration specialist. I'm Wired to Inspire is a powerfully packed podcast filled with inspiration and encouragement to get you through your day. It's designed to inspire you to live your authentic purpose. Now, stay tuned for your host, Nicole, the inspiration specialist, on today's episode of I'm Wired to Inspire.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today on my podcast. Again, I am so happy for the second season to be here. There's so many things that I've been writing over the last 3 months that I wanted to share with you guys. And today is no different. This is a topic that I wrote, I think maybe in June. I was busy doing something and I had some great revelation, and I was able to listen to some wonderful things over the summer. Just really, really good motivational stuff, a lot of educational stuff I learned, and just really growing as a woman, growing as not only just a woman of God, but a woman who's learning to submit to God, a woman who's trying to understand what this life is like for me, what God is trying to show me at this particular season and time in my life. So I came across something, and it caused me to just really begin to think and just ponder on a particular topic. And it had to do with a scripture that I really love. It's in the book of Habakkuk, and it's write the vision, make it plain, right? And I'm gonna just say that little one part there, but it talks about vision. And I was sitting down and I said, you know what? I feel like a lot of times people confuse, because I have before. Let me just say this before I say people. I have personally done this years ago before I really got an understanding of it, but I didn't know how to word it. And now I know how to word it. There's a difference between your vision and your view. Okay? There's a difference between your vision and your view. Now, let me break that down to you. You can feel like God is telling you to do something, and you're saying, okay, this is my vision. Like, this is how I see my store, and this is how I see my project, and this is how I see my family, my career, all of these different things, right? You can say that's a vision. But a lot of times we don't realize that's not really the vision that we're focusing on. We're focusing on the view. And when I really took some time to think about it, I'm like, man, I think sometimes we don't really pay attention to how short-sighted we can be when it comes to the things of God, and how He really wants us to be living a full, joyful life. And when I think about that, I'm like, you know what? I could pinpoint, y'all. I really could. I could go back and pinpoint how there were so many seasons in my life, so many times just from me not paying attention, well-meaning, don't get me wrong, totally meaning well, but I just kept confusing my view with my vision. And I promise y'all, it just all snapped together for me one day. And I said, oh my God, I could literally take full responsibility and ownership for the delay in some of the things I thought should have happened. Because I want to break it down to you by definition so that you can see how easy it is for us to miss these things. So for view, I'm just going to do the short version. Your view is the foreseeable future, right? That's the dictionary explanation. One of the dictionary explanations, the one that I felt was most important for this actual show. But the foreseeable future is what they say a view is, right? Now, vision says the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. So when I really took time to mull that over, I said, you know what? I finally get it. Your view is the short-term goal. Your vision is the long-term goal. How many times we see things that are in our view that we can see right now completely mapped out, and we can see the potential of it happening, and we begin to focus on that. We begin to focus on what's in our view, and not necessarily what's in the context of that view, what's not necessarily behind that view or a part of that view. We just kind of reduce it to what we can see right there in the foreseeable future, right? Well, when you have a vision, y'all, you can't see nothing in the foreseeable future with a vision. That's why I like the definition when it says you have the ability to think or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. So it's saying that you have the choice. It says that you have the choice to think and imagine, or you have the choice to plan with wisdom. So a vision essentially is planning with wisdom. But with your view, with what's in your view, y'all, it's foreseeable. It's what you know is going to happen. You really don't necessarily have time to plan it because it's already presented in front of you. This is a thing that you have to remember in this season for whoever needs to hear this. There is a difference between your view and your vision. And I want to ask you today, I would like to encourage you today to ask yourself, are some of the things on my vision board things that should be on my view board, the things that are in my foreseeable future, versus the things that I should maybe have on my vision board that will require me to plan with wisdom? Am I lacking in that area? Because y'all, trust me when I tell y'all, I did that. There were so many things I was nicknaming. I had the right idea, but I was nicknaming it the wrong thing because I really didn't understand the concept between the two. I didn't understand it. And when I did begin to understand it, I'm like, oh my God, that's why this thing been on here forever. Not because it could not have been achieved yet or it could not have been done yet, but I always had the same view. Y'all, I literally found a notebook that, because I have journals dating back to 7 years old. What grade is first grade? Whatever grade is first grade. I have journals going back to that age, right? I found one though from around, I think 2001 maybe. 2001, 2002. So I think it was 2001 though. And I was looking at my list of goals. I've been writing goals forever, right? Y'all, do you know like 3 of those things are still things that I write on my list today? And I'm going to be transparent. 2 of those things I've already accomplished. Got completely distracted, completely thrown off from multiple things and many reasons. And I had to end up putting the thing back on my list because I remember a time where I was able to draw a line through it, right? So I want you guys to start thinking today. I want you to go back, find some of the things that you wrote on your vision board or posted on your vision board. Go to some of your journals. Go look at some of your vision, the list of your vision and your goals and the things that you want to achieve. And ask yourself, how many of those things are things that were in your view versus the things that were in your vision? Because what's in your view, you don't really have to do any work for that because you can see it. It's foreseeable. You know it's coming. But some of the things you may have needed to put in the planning, you may have needed to really rely on the wisdom that God has given you to see it come to pass. It hasn't happened because you were looking at it as the view when it was really the vision. And how many things that you were putting down as a vision, giving a whole bunch of heavy weight, and God was like, no, wait, listen, I got you. I'm going to just give you that. That's coming right up the street. That's right there in the foreseeable future. You can catch that with a bird's eye view. And that sucks because if you start to put the weight of a vision on a view, you're doing way too much work. You're overworking yourself. You know, that's like God saying, hey, listen, I got a blessing for you. I got it. Like, you don't have to work for this just because you woke up today. Or you know what? Just because I feel like it, I'm going to bless you. You didn't have to do nothing to get it. I just feel like giving it to you because you're my child. So I want you to take some time and think about it because you will find that you may do some rearranging. And I would also, possibly encourage you to do this rather. Do a view list and a vision list. And ask yourself, what things do I need to plan with wisdom to get the outcome that I desire? And what things do I know I can see in the foreseeable future? That is going to be a game changer for you because what you're going to understand is this. Once you know how to differentiate between the two, then you're going to figure out what it requires to achieve all of those things. Or what I like to think is what's in your view is about positioning. Okay? I think what's in your view is about positioning. And what is in your vision is about posturing. You have to posture yourself and set yourself up to deal with the length of the growth and development of a vision. But when you are dealing with a view, you just got to position yourself to receive it because it's in a foreseeable future. So think about those things today and hit me up. Let me know what you think. info@imwiredtoinspire.com, and let me know how that's going for you. And if you decide to do a vision versus view list, or you want to write it down and you don't mind sharing it, send it to me. Take a picture and send it to me, or just text it, or write it out and put the text in the body of an email and put vision view in your in the subject line, and let me know what you think. I would like to see what that process is like for you, because I really, really, really and truly was able to see God on a different level. I was really able to see how I kept shooting myself in the foot. I was able to see how there were a lot of things that I could have done differently, a lot of things that were delayed, a lot of things that I just let slip through my fingers because I had the wrong mentality. There were some things I was positioning myself for and I wasn't ready for. I needed to be postured and solid and standing in position to make sure that everything else could come to pass. I had a lot of stuff mixed up and confused. Now, some things were great and worked out well, but there were other things I really just didn't understand the depth of the two. So look into that for yourselves. See what it looks like for you. And I want to encourage you this. Whatever your vision is and whatever your view is, make sure you are postured and make sure you are positioned to receive them both. I'm wired to inspire. I hope you are too.
Thanks for listening to I'm Wired to Inspire podcast at imwiredtoinspire.com. If you enjoyed the show, spread the word and be sure to hit the 5-star rating on iTunes. For more information on this podcast and inspirational products and services, log on to imwiredtoinspire.com. And remember to live your authentic purpose. Thanks again, and see you next time.